Classification is identified very early on in the PID creation process. Users have 4 broad classifications to choose from when entering the basic PID information. The RFP-REQ is a procurement that will require a request for proposal, an RFP, to be released and a proposal to be received from the vendor. So examples would be single awards, MACs, multiple award contracts, BOAs, the basic ordering agreements, and any complex modifications that will require a proposal to be received. A no RFP is a procurement that does not require a proposal from the vendor, nor fits the requirements of simplified acquisition. Examples of procurements that would be classified as no RFP are incremental funding actions, administrative actions, and options being exercised under an IDIQ, an indefinite delivery and indefinite quantity contract. The CIMAC is a procurement that meets the requirements for simplified acquisition. It's either below the $250,000 threshold for non-commercial procurements or below the $7 million threshold for commercial procurements. CIMAC PIDs include requirements that will be worked under the Federal Acquisition Regulation, the FAR Part 13. For the XTAC, those are procurements that are to be executed externally, such as a military interdepartmental purchase request, a MIPR between agencies. PMT will automatically develop a basic phasing and gate event structure based on the classification chosen during the PID's creation. The system will add a list of default events for the PID that have been pre-selected per each command's needs. The basic event schedule can be modified by the user. Events can be added and/or removed based on the specific requirements of the procurement. The only events that cannot be removed from the schedule are gate events. They represent the entrance and exit criteria of each of the procurement phases, and they are used in calculating the cycle time of the procurement. Each classification has a distinct gate event structure. An example, on an RFP-REQ PID, the actual procurement cycle time for the procurement package development phase is calculated from the time an actual date is input for the first gate event, PPC meeting held, and will end the cycle time for this phase once an actual date is added for the gate event of RFP released. The RFP released will also act as the entrance for the contractor proposal development phase of the procurement process, and so on and so forth. All PIDs are labeled with a status that tells users where the PID is in the procurement process. Indicators show if a status has been completed, in progress, or not started. If a PID is on hold or canceled, you will only see the hold or canceled indicator. PIDs with a work start date in the future will be created in the PFA status. Planned Future Action PFA PIDs will automatically move to the planning status on the work start date. The work start date will be used as the PID initiated event actual date. A PID with a work start date of the current date or any prior date will be created in the planning status. Active status. The plan has been established and agreed upon, and all events have planned dates. Once criteria has been met, PIDs must be manually set to the active status. Once in active status, execution of the procurement begins. Awarded status. The procurement has all the necessary information and the contract has been awarded to the vendor. The PID will automatically move to the awarded status once it has met all of the requirements to turn to awarded. ECF complete. PIDs with an electronic contract file, the ECF checklist, will have this final status. If no checklist is selected, the status would not display. The status will be completed once documents have been uploaded and it has been signed off by the PCO. Use the status check drawer located on the right side of the screen from any page in PID Home to determine which requirements still need to be completed to change the status. Each PID will have a specific permission set that identifies the users who will work on and have access to the procurement within PMT. Permissions are also used to identify the roles that each map user will hold on the PID. Roles decide which information the user is capable of editing and/or adding to the PID.